Welcome to Feisty Chess. I've been paired with Yanyan Sugiara, 1986, on chess.com in a 15-10 game. We have the Sicilian. Let's do our Smith-Morra Gambit. I am incorrigible here. I'll never learn. I love the Smith-Morra Gambit. And we're going right into the basics of this. Knight to f6. Okay, usually d6 or e6 is played first here. I think if I go bishop c4, I'm vulnerable to knight takes e4 immediately. I think it may be in my interests to push e5 here. The immediate knight f6. I haven't seen this in a long time. So, bishop c4 is the natural move. I almost made it unthinkingly. Bishop c4, knight takes e4, fork trick. Knight takes e4, d5. Here's what I'm looking at. And I can regain a pawn. No, there's no fork trick there. There's no fork trick there. Okay, you usually don't see this move order. Is there a way to punish it? There's no fork trick there because my queen also covers d5. So he just loses a knight if he tries that business. Yeah, bishop. Okay, e5. And knight h5 would lose then after e5 to g4. Loses knight. E5, knight g4. I need to guard that pawn with bishop f4. Let's just continue developing. There might be a way to punish that. I'll have to look it up later. Now there is a way to punish this. Okay, d6. He's trying to prevent e5, but actually this does not prevent d5. This just gives me a hook. And he'll need to move his knight to g4. So I'm going to play e5 here. And this is not like a tremendous trap yet, but he's very prone to take on e5. And if he does, I should be winning pretty convincingly. He needs to go knight g4. It's really the only move. Although, after last game, after my game yesterday, I wouldn't say he's out of it if he doesn't. But he does find it. Now, I believe here I can play bishop f4. I should know this line better. E takes d6 is the other option. I think bishop f4 should do the trick. I'm not certain about that. I probably should have spent more time thinking here. Looks like queens may come off. Okay, he's going for a mate threat there. I think this is good for me after I castle. I think I've got too much of an initiative. Do I have anything better than castling? Maybe queen e2. Gives me another defender on e5. Queen e2. It also defends b2, if that's relevant. Queen e2, d takes e5. Bishop takes e5. Knight c takes e5. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. Queen takes e5. I guess queen takes here. But at that point, I think I just castle, and I'm sitting pretty. Although two pawns down. Then it's either that or I castle. Takes. I'm down 2 pawns, and then yeah, I don't like the looks of that as much. The queen often likes to sit on e2 anyway. She guards a lot of important stuff. Yeah, queen e2, and that guarding of e5 is what makes the difference there. Once I kick that knight, alright, am I going to give up the bishop immediately, or just take with the knight here? I'll go with the bishop, and then I'm actually threatening f7 once my knight lands on e5. He'll want to take, and he'll take, yeah, we'll probably have this line that I looked at. Wait a minute. He does have queen takes. Bishop takes. Let's say knight takes, knight takes. No, he doesn't have queen takes. How about bishop takes? Does he have knight takes immediately? Just rook f1, and then yeah, I'm winning a piece there. So I think bishop takes is good. Okay. e6 immediately. Is knight a5 any good here? No. Knight a4, it just runs into queen check. Actually, he's threatening. No, I can't move that knight or he'll have that check. I suppose I could just take this knight off immediately, and then I'm not losing that second pawn. He can't take with his queen because I've got this pin, and he'll have an isolated pawn. Do I have knight d5 here? Does that get me anywhere after just queen d8? Also got knight takes f7 ideas. Ball's in my court here. He's made a passive move, and now I need to think about aggressive stuff. Knight takes f7. He's guarding e6 a bit too much, though. If I castle, I'm giving up another pawn. But then knight b5 comes with some big threats. So yeah, castling seems very natural. Yeah, even after an exchange on e5, Black's still a move away from castling. Yeah, now knight d5. Now knight d5 is more of a threat. Bishop d6. He's on e5 twice. Now does knight a4 come with any kind of sting? I don't think so. Knight doesn't really do much useful there. Maybe just trading off these knights, giving him that weaker structure. I get my rook in the game with tempo. Again, he has to take with the pawn because of this bishop e5 move. I got knight e4. I've also got rook to d1. Rook d1 is probably more useful. Getting a new piece into the attack. Knight, he's more likely to move back to bishop e7. Let's just get our new piece in. We're maybe overthinking this. Just got a good position, good Morra type position. I'm down a pawn on the king side. Yeah, he's going for this. We'll just give our king some luft and save that pawn. This bishop will have to move after knight e4. Not sure e4 is really where that knight wants to go, but this rook definitely wants to go to c1 to oppose that queen. And c2 is fine as well. So that dark square bishop is unopposed, but his light square bishop is pretty terrible. He's going back. E4 is very natural for this knight. Let's do that. Let's just make his bishop back up a bit. I suppose I could have doubled up on the e-file there. It's like I'm playing checkers almost. All my pieces are on light squares. how to improve my pieces here, how to make some threats. Bishop d3 looks good. Planning to put a knight on c5 maybe, and just pinning that pawn. Actually, I could go bishop b5 right now. And bishop d7 for him is no good, because I could simply take with the rook and then take on c6 with the bishop. Bishop b5, bishop b7 does look pretty good. I'm not sure that knight's doing a whole lot on e4 actually. Maybe you can go through g3. My queen kind of wants to be on e4, maybe. I gotta think of something here. This is got rook lift ideas, maybe. Okay, I'm going with bishop here. Just kind of pointing this thing over at h7. I only have 4 minutes left. Man, I used to be disciplined about getting my time under control, but lately it's taken a back seat to the chess. Okay, that bishop move unleashes one rook but blocks another. I could slide over and think about rook here, but maybe now the knight goes to c5. That looks like a happy place for the knight. That allows him to make trades, though. Let's Is there any harm in playing queen h5 here? Okay, let's do this. A more positional plan. Alright. Things are getting traded off. We've got a rook lifted. We have a good bishop versus a bad bishop. Do we have the Greek gift right here? Bishop takes, king takes, queen here. A rook is lifted to the wrong rank, however. Maybe a rook comes here to check. And king goes back. What kind of threats can I make then? I don't know. Maybe I should just provoke some more weaknesses. queen e4 looks pretty strong. That way when he plays g6, it's not with tempo on my queen. I could even consider maybe rook h5, or I just start running my h-pawn. If he goes f5, I think queen h4 looks strong. Okay, he's got the pawn, but I've got all the pressure here. Except for the time pressure. Including the time pressure, I also have that. Alright, do I run my h-pawn with h4, or do I save that square for the queen? It's a good route for my queen to get into f6, say. I'm gonna go with this h-pawn. He'll probably react with h5. Okay, that move only encourages me to play my rook into the attack. He can take my b-pawn if it allows me to get h5 in. Okay, maybe queen e5 is good here. Holding everything together, keeping the pressure on. Let's swing this rook over. That looks a little more exciting. He's going for the pawns. Okay. h5 is the natural follow-up. How many pawns does he want? I have to imagine this attack is just big enough. Okay. This gives a pawn back if he's going to recapture that. Oh, he's going to recapture that way. Okay. He does have that diagonal covered with his queen now. There is a rook sacrifice in the position. Take on e6, bishop f7. He's got things he's got things held together there. I see a way to get my rook to the 7th. Yeah, this looks awfully good. Let's go for that. Okay, I'm down too many pawns to go back here. Too many pawns. That gives away the game. I just gave away the whole game. I blame the loud noise. Ooh, another really ugly game here. Let's just resign. Ugh, I don't want to look at this. This is brutal game. I was happy with the opening. Maybe I just gave away too many pawns. And black clearly was kind of stretching for a plan here. And I was low on time. Just came down to low on time. Time trouble. Main lesson from that game. Alright, let's get the computer out. Let's do the analyze thing. Ah, I'm really burned by this one. My Morra is not effective lately. E takes d6. Bishop f4 is good, but e takes d6 is the recommended line. I wonder what Esserman's book has to say about this. Mayhem in the Morra. Knight g4 is best. Huh. He must not go for that queen e2 line. Yeah, queen b6 is a mistake. Queen e2 is inaccurate. Castling here is better, apparently. Bishop b5. Yeah, that's a good move here. That's a good idea. A little more positional, but I must have a crushing advantage at some point. I'm just going to guess that I've got some kind of advantage here. Still likes black. But not as much now. Likes bishop d3 the best here. Rook c to d2. Yeah, doubling on the d file. Yeah, it doesn't like giving up the two bishops. And now it's even, although he's a pawn up. Bishop e4. Queen e4 is okay. g6, h4. Queen b6 is inaccurate. Yeah, queen e5. Queen e5. I was looking at possibly f6 here. This can't be that good. Queen d6. Huh. That's a strong move. Bishop e8 is met with a check. Taking e6, and bishop c8 just... Hold on, bishop c8. This looks dangerous. Queen e7. Just maintaining contact with that rook. Queen c3 is also good, probably what I would play. King g7. Queen e5 is best, and it says f6 is the best line here. Yeah, the queen guard's here and there. I should have just been playing safe moves like this. I get a nice position, but low on time, and I overthink things. Alright. This is a mistake. This gives him some pawns, but I can't get enough compensation for it. Bishop e8. H takes, and where's my attack? Maybe I should have tried something like g3, planning king g2 and a rook to h1. Rook G2, Rook B1 is excellent, but I need to trade queens here, and I totally should have to keep the game going as a game. Bishop F1. And he's up a bunch of pawns, but at least he's up 2 pawns. But I can get to the second rank, probably. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really want to play this either, so... Yeah, I think the main mistake was not seeing, seeing Queen A5, but refusing to play it because I thought I had a more aggressive, flashier move. And now this sacrifice, well, that's not a sacrifice, that's really not a thing. H5 is best, Bishop E8. I dropped the tension off too quickly, though. Queen E3 here. I don't understand the purpose of this move very much. But black's just winning. He's plenty safe. He's got that bishop that's a little awkward, but it's a very strong defensive piece right here, guarding G6 in extra time. Really killing any sacrificial ideas that G6 is guarded so well. Combine that with his queen guarding the dark squares, and his extra pawn really counts for a lot because he's got all of his weaknesses defended. Okay. Well played, opponent. I hate how they can't see their names from this screen. Well played, Yayan Sugiura in 1986. Okay, I'm going to play another one. I'm going to try to really take time seriously. I think that's the main mistake that I got to take away from this is time trouble. So stay feisty, folks. See you in the next video.